What's going on YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division 2 video. So sit back, relax, grab that popcorn. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. This is going to be another video where I really do want to know your opinions. But remember, keep the language sort of PG-13. A lot of you like to go off on like the hard rated R version, and YouTube will immediately flag it and put it down. So just remember, keep, the language at, somewhat of a casual sense, and let's actually talk about our opinions and discussions, because I'm going to talk about a lot of stuff today, and it's going to trigger a lot of you, and I want to talk about it. I want to know your opinions, because in the end, this is the community. This is our community. We are all a part of it. It is the Division community, whether you started in Div 1, Div 2, Heartland, Resurgence. I mean, there's a lot of things coming. And right now, our community is in this really weird spot. And I don't know. We're going to have to talk about it. So before we talk about the bans, the glitches, the bugs, and all of that within the game, let's just talk about toxicity, okay? Let's talk about toxicity. So I woke up this morning and saw this. This is from Palais. This is it's right here on the side. The producer at Ubisoft Massive. And yeah, he posted this about NGN Gaming. Now, I don't know if a lot of you know who NGN Gaming is, but if you're within our community, I'm sure you have. He is what I would call the lore father. He is the lore guy. He is the guy that since Division 1 has given us these insane cinematic, like perfectly scripted videos on lore, story, and background on certain characters, factions, anything the Division universe has to offer. And he was voicing his opinion on Twitter yesterday about the floor 10 nerf, and was basically saying how it's an exploit. And I guess he got lit up overnight or whatever during the day in his DMs. And from what was said, it was threats against him, his wife, and his kids, none of which are okay. Not at all. And it got to the point where people were being so ugly or, whatever with the threats that he actually got rid of his Twitter account. So if I click on his name, it says the account doesn't exist anymore. So NGN has he's quit social media for now, and a lot of the devs and community members have all spoken up and said, at what point do you guys and gals and whatever don't understand? Like, there's a difference between voicing your opinion, giving constructive criticism, and then being a troll and threatening people, or, any sort of wishing of harm, or what even happened, I don't even know. But whatever it was, it's obviously in that super toxic category that we just cannot have in this community. And the craziest part about this effing community is that this community is known for it. You know what I mean? Like, they are known for being toxic. Like, anything PvP and you'll get death threats. There's people that are, racist. There's people that are, sexist. There's, whatever it is. And in this instance, it had nothing to do with PvP. It just showed the toxicity within our community, where NGN was voicing his opinion about the floor 10 farm and it being, nerfed. And a lot of people jumped on him. And it's sad. Now, I believe on Twitter you have like a month or so to, reactivate your account. So I really hope he does. He's a really big, vital part of our community. And I don't know. I've been a fan of his since before I even made a channel. So yeah, it's kind of sad to see that. Now, with that being said, let's move on, okay? You should know, and that's why I say it in the beginning of my videos, You can have your comments, you can voice your opinions. I mean, hell, even I do it at times where I'll voice my opinion strongly. You know what I mean? But I'm never gonna like wish harm or anything on any of these people, whether it be the developers or other content creators. Not at all. Never. It's okay to have different opinions. And I think talking it out and listening to each other and understanding where each other come from is vital. I always try to keep a open mind to any different perspective, because I know I'm not perfect. I might see a build a certain way, and then someone else is like, "Yo, man, you could have done the build this way," and it's like, "Crap, man, you're right. I would have never thought about that in 1,000 years. Thank you." And the same thing applies with any of this crap. Like, yeah, there are people that are being overly toxic about all of this stuff, but there's also people on the other spectrum that are being overly positive about it. Like, oh, well, we've always had bugs. And it's like, yeah, but like, and then there's people over there that are like, F you, I hope you die, blah, blah. And it's like, come on, guys. Like, we can't meet in the middle. You can't admit that there's more problems now than there have been in this franchise's history. You can't, like, be able to admit that without death threats. Like, that makes no sense. Makes no sense. And it's just a really fine line that you have to, as an adult, figure out how to get to that point. You don't want to be overly positive and seem like it doesn't matter what kind of crap sandwich you're going to get, you're just going to eat it. And you don't want to be overly negative, like you're throwing the food at the chef, saying, "I said over easy." You know what I mean? You don't want to be like that. So, if you're one of these toxic fucks, stop. Thank you. Moving on. All right. So the next topic, what was this one about? Okay. So this one is about the glitches and bans. Okay. And nothing but skills has been getting like thrown through the ringer with these kids that are supposed to be getting banned, or not kids, but these people that are supposed to be getting banned. And I don't know. So this is what he said. He said, as long as the division doesn't take care of cheaters, glitches, hackers seriously in the Division 2, the Dark Zone will always be a complete mess. Those players are not good for the game. The legit DZ player count is going to keep going down because you never take any action. You have a terms of service, enforce it. Dang. All right. And I retweeted the response because I was like, dang, I can't wait to hear what they're going to say to this. So basically, what's been going on with Nothing But Skills is he's been getting trolled hard as well. And this is for a completely different reason. Where NGN was getting trolled hard for the whole Floor 10 controversy, Nothing But Skills is getting trolled really hard right now on Twitter from the people that are supposed to be banned from the game. And they keep trolling them because they're not banned yet. And it's another toxic situation that's sad to see. And what he's doing right here is he's going after the devs, saying, you have a terms of service, like enforce it. Like, I'm sick of seeing these people cheat. I'm sick of seeing these people, say, nah, I didn't get banned. I mean, whatever it is. But they're obviously under the scope of skills, and he's sick of it. So he reached out to the devs and he said, this is just going to kill the game if you don't fix it. And then Morton, so if you see over here on the right, Morton is the product director for the game under Ubisoft. And he says, we all want to get rid of them ASAP, but it takes time to process tickets, and therefore there is a major delay versus when anti-cheat software detects it. Please don't stop reporting. Now, this is a controversy topic that I wanted to talk about because I think this is bullshit. I think this is stupid. Now, I don't know if you guys know about what Morton and Bishop were saying to each other, but Bishop Boas, he's a Twitch streamer for the community. He's been finding these people in the Dark Zone for weeks now, and it got really highlighted after this last update, and now it's gotten an even bigger uptick of people doing these glitches. Now, I'm not exactly sure how to do this invisibility glitch in the Dark Zone. I remember that back in the day, they said they fixed a ladder glitch a few times, making people invisible. I've been told by a couple people that that's not how they're doing it now, that now it's easier. I'm not sure. But it's obviously getting floated around the community, and a lot more people are going invisible, killing other people. And even so, I mean, if I go into my DMs right now, there's one right here I got 3 hours ago. Hey, bro, just seen your YouTube, and this is a clip of invisibility glitch being used on me. I mean, I'm getting these constantly. And, you know, if you are on Xbox and you catch someone doing this, just record and make sure the video ends at the very end of your engagement. You know what I mean? Where, oh, someone's shooting me, someone's shooting me. Like, as soon as you die, it'll show who killed you or whatever. Make sure you record all of the engagement and then record who it is that used that against you. Send it to me on Xbox. I'm compiling them all for a video later on. But dude, there has been so many like setbacks to this crap right here. I don't believe a word of this shit right here. And this is the reason why, is because Bishop Boas over a week ago sent Morton several videos personally, weeks ago, or what, over a week ago, personally sent him a video and said, look, these people are doing this to me. Fix this, please. And he said, well, you need to send it to Ubisoft support and have them ban them. So he goes to Ubisoft support, and the chat for Ubisoft support wasn't even activated. It wasn't available. You couldn't talk to them, nor could you send them anything. So then he goes back on Twitter and says, hey, yo, Morton, you know, I've been trying to report these people, but they're saying they can't take anything through Ubisoft support, and now they're just telling me to report people in the game. And I've been doing that for years, and nothing's ever happened. So, I mean, this is like a ring around the rosy, like, I'm just going to drag you along with a treat and never give you the treat. Like, they're saying they're going to ban people, but they're not. Not one person has been banned from this invisibility glitch. You have people like Bishop and Nothing But Skills speak out and say, what the hell's going on? And they keep giving these, you know, secondhand answers that are generic. Like, yeah, we want to get rid of them too. Yeah, you've been saying that the whole time. And all of the avenues you tell us to go through do not work. He says process a ticket. You can't even process the ticket through Ubisoft support right now. Ubisoft support has told everyone to just report them in the game. And when you report them in the game, it doesn't do anything. It goes through their anti-cheat software bullshit that does not detect it. We've seen this from Lyrical Fighter on PC for years. Show us cheaters on PC for years. And now we have this like new invisibility glitch where people are doing it on all platforms. And so much so that people are sending me messages of it every day that it's just becoming too much. It's like, you are for sure going to kill this game if you do not actually do what you said you're going to do. Not one person has been banned yet. Not one. Not one. And yet they still say, well, report it. Yeah, well, we see it. Just do what you can. Report it. And it's like, but the avenues you're telling us to report are not available. And then they're telling us to just go back to the game and report it in the game. Like, we're giving you straight up evidence. There's a video, it's in 4K, and it shows who did it. But yet you can't use that? You can't ban someone for that? This part confuses me. Because then it says, oh, well, send it to Ubisoft support. And then Ubisoft support's like, oh, well, do it in game. And it's like, well, what's the point of me making the video and showing you actual evidence if you're not going to take it and use it? So that's another part I wanted to talk about. Let me know what you guys think. I think it's bullshit. Anyways, for Morton today, this says toxicity has to stop and threats should never have to be explained. That have to be explained have no place anywhere, especially not over a game. I'm choked. I'm shocked at how bad some people behave, and I agree with this. This has to do with the toxicity revolving around NGN, where he had to take down his social media because he was getting threats to him and his family. And I agree. Again, don't do it. Like, you can sit there and say how you disagree in a logical sense, but there's no need to then go after X, Y, and Z. Moving on. All right, so this one. All right, so this is a big one, okay, guys? Now, I left this one for the end because this one involves me personally. So here we go, okay? Now, a lot of you have been coming to me and going on social media and reporting that the convoys took a nerf, that it was not intended, but there was a nerf to the convoys. And I remember Yannick, here's Yannick's reply. If it's true, it is not intended. And that was to Epic Slayer. Now, Epic Slayer is another content creator in the division, and he's the first one to publicly report that, hey, the convoys are nerfed. And Yannick straight up said, well, if that's the case, then, it's not intended. And everyone has been saying, yo, the convoys are nerfed, this and that, like, whatever. Now, for some reason, Morton said this today. Now, remember, Morton is the product director for this game, okay? Now, he says convoys are not nerfed. That's what he says. Convoys are not nerfed, so all of you that have been reporting it are wrong. And he says you might be confused with the cap on the double XP gains when a new manhunt starts. It lasts for 15 levels. And then he does a smiley face, a little smiley face emoji. So he's saying this with a smile. Okay. So there are so many holes in this logic. Let's just point out the first one, okay? Yeah, I know. I've been away from the game too long. Just load me in. So what's the problem here? What is the problem here is that the manhunt isn't active. There is no double XP gains. Not only that, but the manhunt that he's referring to ended. It ended a while ago. So just by going to your season track, you can see that the manhunt ended 10 days ago. It's been a week and a half. So no one can confuse getting double XP from something that ended a week and a half ago. Remember that Polarity Switch and Title Update 16.1 just started, 3 days ago? So even so, that means that this manhunt ended a week before the patch. And what he's saying right here is that people might be confused with getting double XP from the manhunt and correlating that to the resource convoy XP gains you were getting at this patch. So that confuses the hell out of me, because you're saying people are confused right now with convoy XP and comparing it to the new manhunt that happened a week and a half ago. So it's a real interesting way of putting it. He's basically saying that everyone that did resource convoys this week that are confused and think it's nerfed are confused because last time they did it, it was during their manhunt, which gives you double XP for 15 levels. Yeah, this right here is a prime example of why a lot of people talk crap to the devs, because this shit does not make sense. Like, why would you even say this? This means you think the community's stupid. That's what this means. Oh, you're just confusing this with the Manhunt XP, which, by the way, happens for 15 levels. Like, yeah, we know. We've been having seasons for 3 years, and it's always been for the first 15 levels, double XP. But the double XP ends no matter what after the Manhunt ends, which happened a week and a half ago. So if the Manhunt ended a week and a half ago, that means for over a week, no one was getting double XP. So that means that everyone complaining about this resource convoy XP is comparing it to normal XP, which means they're right. But instead of saying, hey, we're going to investigate it, you might be onto something, this guy is straight up saying with a smiley emoji, he's saying, oh, you might be confused with the Manhunt XP. That questions everyone who said that this is wrong, including Epic Slayer, who's the first one to publicly say something to Yannick. And Yannick responded with, if that's true, it's not intended. What Morton's saying is, oh, you're probably confused because of the double XP from Manhunts, which only lasts 15 levels. Smiley. This, I don't know, man. I don't know. So I responded. And I said, but then there's no new Manhunts this week, nor is double XP available on any levels. Plus, didn't Yannick already publicly state it was bugged? Which, at the point of me saying this, Yannick said it was not intended. I said bugged. So that's my fault right there. And then Morton said, I don't know who stated this. I just say that might have been confused about this fact. If you do not reach level 15 before this patch, and now you did, but always please send us info on the forums and Reddit if you have something to share. Okay. First off, if you didn't reach level 15, right, and the Manhunt's over, it doesn't matter. You're not getting the double XP. If I got 2 levels during the Manhunt, during the double XP, and then the Manhunt ends, I don't get another 13 levels of double XP. This is not right. This is false, completely false. Because even if I gained 14 levels during the Manhunt and then the Manhunt ends, I don't get any more XP. I don't get any more double XP because the event ended. When it ends, you do not get more XP. I don't know why he thinks this is the case, but this is not the case. And it really sucks that I have to be the one to point this out because this is false and he's making it seem like the community's stupid when they're not. He's wrong. So let's go down this fucking rabbit hole. So then I said, yeah, but the Manhunt expired 2 weeks ago. Even still, if you're level 13 when the Manhunt expires, you will not get double XP for 14 and 15. Only when the Manhunt's active do you even get the double XP. So why is that confusing? It contradicts what you're saying. And then he says, yeah, I see why it's confusing. If the reports are after 16.1 and confirmed, as said, I would be more than happy to get that data as we haven't nerfed them. I'm not saying a bug can't be present. I am not saying a bug cannot be present. Sorry if that was not clear. Okay. So now he's completely moved off of the whole double XP dumb shit. And now he's just saying, well, if that's the case, I'm not saying a bug can't be present. Okay. All right. So you're saying it could be bugged. You don't know. You were just telling people that they might be confused over Manhunt XP that happened a week and a half ago. It's not even active now. So that, anyways. So then I said, yes, all reports from the community have been after this past Tuesday. I mean, it started with Epic Slayer going public about it, and then everyone started, going, voicing their opinions. And even still, let me know in the comments what you think. Like, have you done the convoys? Have they been nerfed? If so, by how much? Tell me the numbers exactly. Because this shit, like, this is why the community gets toxic, and it's because we have to have these petty, like, confrontations for no reason. For no reason. I wasn't asking for this. I didn't want to, be the guy to respond to this. I was just reading through Twitter and I was like, that makes no sense. So then I said something. Like, if there's something I learned in the military, if something is dumb, different, or dangerous, you need to speak up. It doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter what title they hold. Like, if it's dumb, different, or dangerous, speak up, because maybe they don't know. That's why I keep saying that I have an open mind and I love hearing other perspectives, because I don't want to get stuck in my own tunnel. I like understanding everyone's point of view. That way I can, mold my own. But this came off as dumb, different, and I wouldn't say dangerous, but to the right people in the community, maybe. I don't know. Anyways, so then I said, no one has gotten double XP for anything in this game. Like, the manhunt's not active. And I figured that this issue was being investigated after what Yannick said. Confusing indeed. And then he said, this is another one, okay? If a player compares the XP gained with what they remember getting during the previous manhunt, it would potentially seem like a nerf. So again, the manhunt ended over a week before this patch. So what he's saying right here is that if you remember what you were getting a week ago and you compare it to now, it might be different because it was during a manhunt. But that would mean everyone complaining and saying it was nerfed is comparing what they're getting now to what they were getting 2 weeks ago during a manhunt. That doesn't make any sense. Unless all of these people forgot what normal XP is and only remember what they were getting during the manhunt. It questions the community's intelligence, is what this does. This questions the community's intelligence, because it's like, are you sure it was nerfed, or are you just confused? Is Grandpa confused again? You know how Grandpa gets. He always remembers weird numbers, right? You must be confused. Are you sure, Nana? Nana, you might just be confused. That was the XP you were getting 4 years ago, not now. And it's like, come on, dude. Like, the people that are reporting this stuff are either content creators or people that play every day. They're not going to sit there and be like, oh, yeah, you're right. I was comparing my XP now to 2 weeks ago during a manhunt. I don't know. I don't know. So then I said, I'm not sure where you're going with this. The manhunt happened a week before the patch. So you're saying people are confused with what they're receiving for XP over a week prior to this update and comparing the two? It's a stretch, but as the Mythbusters would say, plausible. Which, he's right. It's plausible. I mean, people could be doing that. It is plausible. And then Morton said it wouldn't be the first time. If it reappears, we will, of course, look at it. Okay. So there you go. And that's the end of it. I didn't want to continue it too much. And then other people are starting to jump into the thread now. And this is all live on Twitter. So he was basically saying people might just be confused with the double XP during the manhunt, which, bottom line, it is plausible. Okay. I mean, I'll eat that bullet. It is plausible that people are just confused with their XP because last time they played, it was during a manhunt, and this time they're playing during a patch. It is plausible. So just remember that. But in the end, just tell me your thoughts, because this was a very, very weird conversation I did not think I'd ever have. But at the very end of the conversation, I do admit yes, it is plausible that people are just dumb. I mean, it's plausible. Anyways, to get all of this and more, just remember to follow me on Twitter at Kamikazevondoom. We're getting close to 4,300 followers. And on YouTube, we're making our way to 14 million views and 55,000 subs. Thank you guys so much. Again, don't be crazy toxic about this shit. Like, just do constructive criticism. Use logic. Like, you know, try to be the smarter person and bigger person. You know, but don't stoop down low like that and start doing death threats and things like that. It's never worth it. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Hit that like, subscribe, all the YouTube stuff. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everyone. Peace.